Yin is lying in her bedroom, smiling as she looks at her phone screen, where there are several pictures of herself and Jungkook, her childhood friend who is now her boyfriend. They have been friends since childhood and today they have just officially started dating. Many things have happened between them. Being neighbors since childhood, they have spent a lot of time and moments together, starting from their friendship when they were still young to their strong bonding. But their relationship also had a recent strain for a month because Jungkook was dating their classmate Mona. However, it turned out that feelings couldn't be denied, and Jungkook finally realized that his heart only belonged to Yin. A few hours ago, Mona and I broke up. What? Broke up? Since when? A week ago. What? It's been a week already? How long were you two dating? We dated for 3 weeks, then we broke up. Why did you break up? You were just starting to date. We fought, so we decided to end it. We both agreed to break up. What really happened? She got jealous of you. Jealous of me? Why? We haven't even interacted since you started dating her, right? I kept calling her name wrong repeatedly. Eventually, she couldn't take it anymore. It was beyond my control. Even when I was with her, all I could think about was you. So that's why you broke up. The tipping point was a week ago. That time, she asked me to kiss her, but I didn't want to. Eventually, she forcefully tried to kiss me and I reflexively pushed her body away. Yin, hearing Jungkook's story, was truly stunned and frozen at that moment. I don't know what to comment on this, but if you didn't love her, why did you date her? Yeah, I was wrong. I was foolish with my own feelings. But actually, from the beginning, I knew my feelings for her weren't that deep, but she confessed to me first and asked me for a chance. So I thought it wouldn't hurt to give it a try, because at that time, I was interested in her. You know, you've known me since we were kids, and before this, I had never faced a situation like this. I've never dated before, and I didn't exactly know what my feelings were at that time. I don't know, Jungkook. I don't know what to say. After we broke up 1 week ago, I started thinking and considering many things that happened. I tried to understand my feelings more deeply because before, I could say I didn't care about my feelings. Yin, do you not have any feelings for me at all? In this past month, we haven't been close anymore. Don't you miss me at all? Jungkook's question startled her. Should she be honest with him right now? Of course, Yin missed him terribly, so much so that it affected her mood every day. Yin, why aren't you answering my question? Of course, I miss you. We used to be together all the time, and suddenly we had to keep our distance. Of course, I miss you. Is it unreasonable for me to miss you? I miss you too, Yin. But there's something different this time. My feelings for you have changed. It seems Mona made me realize something I never realized before. Yin's heart suddenly beat faster. What's going on? Could it be that her feelings would finally be reciprocated? Yin, I love you. I've been thinking about it for the past week, and I can feel that I no longer see you just as my friend. How can you distinguish your feelings? How do you know? Do you want me to answer that? Of course. Before, when we were alone like this, I had no desire to kiss you, but now, I really want to kiss you. Yin was truly surprised to hear what he said. This was not good for her heart. Slowly, his hand touched hers gently. Yin, can I kiss you now? As if hypnotized, Yin nodded her head slowly. Yin is lying down, gently touching her lips, smiling as she recalls their first kiss in the park earlier. Now, Jungkook truly belongs to her and her long-buried feelings of love have finally been reciprocated. In the end, he came back to me. Why didn't I confess my feelings to him? If only I had confessed my feelings from the beginning, maybe we would have been dating for a long time and he wouldn't have been approached by Mona and they wouldn't have started dating. Perhaps if I had confessed my feelings, he would have realized his feelings for me sooner without having to go through the ups and downs we've experienced now. I'm foolish. I knew he's not very perceptive, yet I remained silent. Yin berates herself, feeling that the time they spent apart was wasted. She shouldn't have been sad for this past month. She shouldn't have cried seeing Jungkook with Mona. Their relationship shouldn't have been strained for this past month. She should have confessed her feelings to him from the beginning. She should have. So many should have swirl in her mind, each one adding to her regret for wasting time. Jungkook lies on his back, his eyes staring straight at the ceiling of his bedroom. He repeatedly exhales softly, only now realizing how foolish he has been all this time. Yin must have been devastated during this past month. What have I done to her during this month? Foolish. How many times has she cried? She must not have been able to sleep well. Why did I have to date Mona first before realizing my feelings? His gaze sharpens, but his heart races faster. Alright, from now on, you will be happy with me, Yin. Finally, Jungkook picks up his phone and begins typing a message to her. What if starting tomorrow, You don't bring your car alone to go to campus. We can go together, unless you have other plans for that day. I'm not forcing you. I just want to spend more time with you. Yin's phone vibrates, indicating a new message. She smiles as she reads Jungkook's message and finally replies, "Okay, I agree. I'll bring my car only when there are other plans for that day." She sends the message, her cheeks now flushed. This is just the beginning of their relationship, but Jungkook has already managed to make her melt like this. Currently, Yin and her parents are having dinner together before her father speaks up. "Yin, we have to go to Bizan for days. There's a meeting with a client there. Can you manage being alone? Does mom have to go too?" "Yes, your mother will accompany me there. If you're worried about being alone at home with the maids, you can stay at Jungkook's house. I've already talked to his mother. You can sleep in their guest room as usual." "Alright, when are you leaving?" "The day after tomorrow." "Okay then." The next morning, Yin has finished showering and getting ready to go to campus when suddenly her phone vibrates. She sees Jungkook's name on the screen. "I'm in front of your house." Yin smiles as she reads his message, and she immediately leaves her bedroom to go to campus together with him. "Are you all set? Did you forget anything?" "Yes, let's go now." The car slowly starts moving. Throughout the journey, Jungkook continuously holds Yin's hand gently. Not that they have never held hands before, but holding hands casually like this is something new for them. Before, when they were just friends, they only held hands on certain occasions. "Jungkook, what about Mona? What about her? Why? I mean, you two just broke up a week ago, and what if she sees us like this later? Especially since you told me before that you broke up because she was jealous of me." "Let it be. I don't care. Don't think about her, okay? Hasn't she tried to approach you again after you broke up? Because all this time, she's been the one pursuing you." "Actually, she did send a few messages apologizing and asking for another chance, but I didn't respond." "So she still hopes for you until now?" "I don't know. I don't care." Yin begins to look silent, and her discomfort and dislike towards Mona, who apparently still tries to approach him, are evident from her face. "Hey, don't worry about her. I really don't want to be with her at all." Jungkook continued to hold her hand while stroking it with his thumb, trying to comfort her. "That means he definitely won't be happy seeing me with you. Even so, let it be. If he bothers you, I'll handle it. If there's anything, just tell me, okay?" Yin nodded weakly, smiling, and finally rested her head on his shoulder, occasionally kissing his shoulder. Jungkook smiled at that, gently caressing Yin's head with one hand. "I'm sorry, you must have been crying a lot this past month, haven't you?" Yin smiled faintly, nodding her head, which was still on his shoulder. "But you're not wrong either. It's my fault for not confessing my feelings to you. But I'm glad because now you're mine." Jungkook kissed her head briefly before returning his gaze ahead, trying to focus on driving. "Oh, by the way, my mom mentioned to me earlier that your parents are going to Bizan for days. Is that true?" Yin remained silent, simply nodding on his shoulder, while her hand held one of his hands that was idle. She was playing with his fingers. "If so, when are they leaving?" "Tomorrow. I'll stay at your place starting tomorrow." Jungkook just nodded softly, no longer answering, his eyes now focused ahead. Yin and Jungkook entered the classroom holding hands, but once inside, they separated. Jungkook joined his male friends, Yoonwoo and Minju, while Yin joined Yoona and Mina. Mona, who was watching, clenched her fists under the table. She really disliked seeing their closeness, Jungkook and Yin. "Looks like things have patched up between you. Do you know we've been distant this past month?" "Of course, we noticed. You're usually always with him, but lately, you've been keeping your distance because he's dating that girl." "Yeah, that's true. But now we've made it up again. And also, what's going on with you two? Don't leave us hanging, Yin." "Jungkook and I are dating now. Turns out he broke up with her a week ago." I had a feeling. Their relationship wouldn't last long, and it's true. They've broken up now. How could Jungkook not love you? He just hadn't realized his feelings yet." "I thought so too. That's why when you said this, we weren't surprised anymore. Honestly, we could see it coming from the beginning." Meanwhile, "What? You two are dating now? Why didn't you do it earlier?" Yoonwoo chuckled and patted Jungkook's shoulder, slightly annoying him. "Besides, how could you not be interested in Yin? Such a beautiful girl. If I had a friend like her, I'd have made her my girlfriend ages ago." "Can you both stop teasing me?" Yoonwoo and Minju just chuckled at his reaction, but deep down, they were both happy to hear that Jungkook was now dating Yin. Yin had just entered the restroom when her body was immediately pushed against the toilet wall, startling her. "What are you doing, Mona? How dare you immediately approach Jungkook when we just broke up, and you're already dating him? Don't you realize you're just being used as a rebound because he just broke up with me?" Are you so obsessed with him like that? Aren't you ashamed to threaten me like this? What's it to you, huh? It seems I don't need to explain in more detail. Actually, he couldn't forget me when he was still dating you. In his heart, there's only me. You even got jealous of me because he always accidentally called you by my name, right? How dare you? Of course I dare. What do I have to fear from you? Okay, let's make a bet. Huh? What do you want? Let's just wait and see if Jungkook has truly forgotten about me. Nonsense. I don't care. What matters is I'll tell this to Jungkook so he knows your true colors. You're just hiding behind him, aren't you? Coward. Believe what you want, because whatever your opinion of me is, it doesn't matter at all. I'm just reminding you, Jungkook probably hasn't completely forgotten about me. Yeah, it's up to you. With that, Yin exits the restroom, leaving Mona alone, visibly fuming. Yin entered the classroom with a truly annoyed expression. Before reaching her seat, she saw Jungkook engrossed in conversation with Minju and Yoonwoo. In reality, she couldn't wait to tell everything that happened earlier to Jungkook, but it seemed the timing wasn't right yet as the lecturer would be entering for the next lesson in a few minutes. Finally, Yin sat back down at her desk with a quiet sigh. Shortly after, Mona entered the classroom and they exchanged hateful glances. I better tell Jungkook about this later when we're heading home. She did that to you? Yes, she threatened me like that. She said I was just a rebound because you two just broke up. And you believed her? Of course I didn't believe her, but I'm still upset she said that to me. Jungkook then gently reached for her hand and held it. Don't worry about her, just consider her a crazy woman. I'll take action on her next Monday so she won't bother you like that again. Yin just nodded softly, but her face still looked gloomy, and her lips were still pouted. Hey, don't pout like that. Tomorrow is Saturday, so don't let your mood be ruined because of her, especially since tomorrow is a free day. Shouldn't it be filled with something fun? Your parents are going to Bizen tomorrow, right? And you'll be staying at my place. She just nodded softly, finally trying to smile in front of him. The next day, Yin's parents had just left the house and departed for Bizen. Now Yin was alone with the maids in her house. Shortly after, Jungkook arrived and they both sat on the sofa chatting. Did your parents leave long ago? Just now, about 15 minutes ago. Would you like something to drink? No thanks, I just had a drink before coming here. Alright then. Shortly after, Jungkook took out his phone from his pocket as he felt it vibrate. It turned out to be a new message from Mona. Jungkook opened it. Jungkook, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get mad at you. I understand that Yin is your friend, so it's reasonable that you're used to being around her. If we get back together, I won't stop you from being close to her. By the way, what are you doing on this free day? Are you busy? Yin, who was sitting beside him, leaned closer to him and read the message from Mona. Her cheeks immediately became red. It seemed she was annoyed seeing Mona continuously messaging Jungkook. Yin also noticed that there were other messages from her, none of which were replied to by him. Is she still not stopping sending messages to you? Yeah, that's right. But now I'm going to block her number. It's getting more and more annoying. Wait, don't block her yet. Why? Can I borrow your phone? Without much hesitation, Jungkook handed his phone to her, curious about what his girlfriend was going to do. Eventually, Yin pressed the video symbol in his chat room and hit it. Yes, Yin initiated a video call to Mona from Jungkook's phone as well. It didn't take long for Mona to answer the video call and her surprised face appeared on his phone screen, while Yin showed her face with a continuous smirk. Jungkook just chuckled softly, watching what Yin was doing. What are you doing? Why are you the one making a video call to me? Where's Jungkook? I'm making this video call to you because I want to answer what you asked in the text message earlier. Jungkook is with me. We'll be spending this free day together. Oh, you asked where Jungkook is. Here he is. Yin immediately moved closer to Jungkook and leaned on his chest. Then she directed the camera toward both of them. Mona, watching this, appeared even more furious. A few seconds later, Jungkook took the phone from Yin's hand and spoke directly to Mona. Stop bothering me. Don't send me messages again. And also, don't you dare threaten Yin again, or you'll know the consequences. Upon hearing that, Mona was shocked. She almost replied, but before she could speak, Jungkook had already ended the video call. After the call ended, Jungkook immediately clicked the block button. You blocked her number right away? Yeah, I'm fed up with her behavior, just disturbing. It's still daytime. What are we going to do after this? I don't know. What do you want to do? Want to go out? Where to? Honestly, I feel like staying home. So what do you want to do? How about we just watch something at home? That's fleeks. Yin nodded with a smile. Let's watch it in my bedroom so we won't be seen by the maids. Alright then. They finally got up and headed upstairs to Yin's room, spending the whole afternoon watching movies. As evening approached, they both headed to Jungkook's house because Yin would be staying there overnight.